Hi, my name is Pat, and I'm documenting my way to my first million. And I wanted to share a thought that I've been thinking about over the past several years. A thought that I failed to understand because I needed the time to understand it. And I hope I can help you understand it better. There's this book that I've been reading over and over again called The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. And this book talks about how to create happiness for yourself. Happiness is a combination of relationships, a combination of wealth, and a combination of health. And there's a great chapter on how to create wealth that helps you build something that makes you happy, that provides for your family. And in this chapter, in this book itself, actually, there is an equation, let me show you, which states that income equals accountability plus leverage plus specific knowledge. And specific knowledge is the topic that I'm going to talk about today. If you want to know about the other, I urge you to read the book. If you don't want to know about the other ones, still read the book because it's an amazing book. But specific knowledge is something that I struggled to understand, and I struggled to understand it in my own, like I didn't know how to apply it to myself. And what specific knowledge is the ability to do something that society cannot easily teach other people to do. If you can learn this at university, if you can learn this at trade school, that is not specific knowledge, because somebody can come in and replace your job for you. Specific knowledge is a unique skill that only you can do because you have honed it over time. And I struggled to know how to hone it. Like how do what do I choose? Like which path do I go down? And actually, like I wanted it right away. I remember a few years ago sitting there and I'm like, how do I know? Like how do I figure it out? And I wanted it right there. I wanted to start working on it right there. And I've realized that just walking the path towards something, following some passions, going down rabbit holes, was the development of specific knowledge. Only now do I see how much, only now that I look back at the path that is behind me, do I see how much of a unique skill I've built within myself to build that specific knowledge. Whether it's learning how to communicate, how to sell, how to build stuff, whether it's physically or online, learning how to focus, learning how to do something. There are also many things that are specific to you, whether you can focus on one topic for a very long period of time or whether you jump from one subject to the other because you get bored so easily. There's a saying I disagree with, which is jack of all trades, master of none. I actually think that you become a master of specific knowledge because by learning many trades, you can combine them into something unique. Only something you can do. Just like Leonardo da Vinci. He got hired as a painter, but, then he built many contraptions. He built rolling theaters. He built war machines. He studied human bodies to better understand how they work. And this uniqueness made him into who he was. And so that is exactly how to build specific knowledge. You follow paths down to you follow paths that you have interest in. You learn things that you find interesting. You learn things that you find useful for what you do and where you are. And just like a pyramid, brick at a time, you build something meaningful and something huge. And it just takes time. Some say it takes better part of a decade. Some are lucky to figure it out earlier. I haven't been so lucky, but I've enjoyed the path regardless. So I urge you to check out the book, Naval's book, The Almanac of Naval Ravikant, and just trust the path, and eventually you get, I don't know, maybe just enjoy the path, and it just gets better with each step. Thank you for listening.